Order! Order!
The Speaker is known for being the chief officer and highest authority of the House of Commons. He or she has the obligation of remaining impartial, politically wise. A Speaker's main function is to keep order and select which MP, members of the Parliament, will speak. The Speaker is able to decide which amendments may be object of the session in the House of Commons, may give suspensions to the members of the Parliament in case of misconduct, end the debating session if the members are not in order, may ask members of the Parliament to withdraw unnecessary or offensive remarks, and ask members of the Parliament for silence so that diverse options are listened to. Some other figures that the Speaker may represent are the Commons of the monarch, the Lords, and other authorities and chairs of the House of Commission.
Now, how are speakers elected? In order to be elected as a speaker, the person must be one of the 600 members of the parliament. He or she is chosen in a secret vote. Dates elected, there's two options. Elected after the previous speaker has resigned, or on the first day of a new parliament. Whomever is elected must resign from the political party that they were formerly in and stay away from political issues. Due to the fact that it's intended for them to remain impartial at all times, it is important to mention that they must maintain this distance from political issues even after retiring. The process to be elected as a new speaker by a secret ballot system. We will use this year's election as an example of how elections are made. Nominations of candidates must be submitted between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m., with the House meeting at 2:30 p.m. the same day. The House will proceed immediately to the election. The candidates will address the House in order to select by ballot, and then MPs will proceed to vote. The vote takes place by secret ballot, and successive ballots will be held until either candidate wins more than 50% of the vote or only one candidate remains. The successful candidate, who will then be the elected speaker, and as tradition follows being dragged to the speaker's chair by other former MPs, makes it official, will attend the Lords Commissioners in the House of Lords to receive royal approbation.
Now, historical context. The origin of the speakership dates back to 1377, when Sir Thomas Hungerford was the first man elected to behold the title known as Speaker. This role has been around for more than 600 years. Around the 17th century, the Speaker was known for being an agent of the king, one of his many workers. This early figure of what nowadays is identified as a speaker had the task of transmitting and delivering to the king any type of news, updates, decisions, and so on. Admitted by the parliament. P.S. The speaker was usually blamed by the monarch for any upsetting news, despite the fact that he was basically only the messenger. This being so, they would even get executed. Between the years 1384 and 1535, there had been a total of 7 executions. As mentioned before, it is expected for the speaker to be impartial, but back in the mid-17th century, many were partisan. The speaker that changed this was William Lenthal in times of Charles I, elected November 1640 in times of civil wars. He is remembered for his famous phrase, "May it please your majesty, I have neither eyes to see nor tongue to speak in this place, but as the House is pleased to direct me, whose servant I am here." Some of the most important speakers of all times have been Peter de la Mare, William Lenthal, Robert Harley, Arthur Onslow, Charles Manners Sutton, and Betty Boothroyd.
Now, who has been the speaker for the last 10 years? John Burgo was born in Edward year 1963 to Jewish parents. John attended Finchley Manor Hill Comprehensive School in North Finchley before going to Essex University to study government. At university, he was a member of the far-right conservative pressure group, the Monday Club, and secretary of its Immigration and Repatriation Committee. Graduated with first-class honors and worked in banking before entering politics. After standing for Parliament twice unsuccessfully, Burgo was finally elected a Conservative MP for Buckingham in 1997. Burgo was elected as Speaker of the House of Commons in 2009 by a secret ballot. This was the first time this formality was implemented. Prior to the 2015 general election, in which Burgo was applauded by Labour MPs in the House of Commons, after he survived an attempt by his own party to oust him, which was a motion further to be a secret ballot to reselect the Speaker when Parliament returned. In 2017, the Sunday Telegraph reported that he had admitted to students that in the EU referendum he had voted to remain, being strongly opposed to the Brexit. which led to accusations about him being politically unprofessional and out of line. He was also accused of bullying people that worked for him, allegations obviously denied by him. Stepped down from the Speaker's chair on October 31st, 2019. Still, there are no news regarding what comes next in his political career, but rumors have spread about being upgraded to the House of Lords. Since John Bercow stepped down, Sarah Lindsay Hoyle on November 4th of 2019 stepped up as the new Speaker.